working on your English, watching TV series and movies can be a great way to hear how advanced speakers use English in lots of different situations, including business situations. Today, I've got a clip for you from one of my favorite series, Inventing Anna, where we'll see her boyfriend promote his business or pitch his business to a potential investor, and then how his girlfriend Anna makes that pitch a lot better. You ready? Let's go. Hi, I'm your English coach, Christina, and welcome to Business English with Christina, where you become better at English and better at business. And in today's episode, we're going to help you become better at pitching your business, or at least knowing what to do and what not to do. Now, today's episode is really more about listening, because we're going to take an extract from a TV series designed for native speakers and help you to better understand it. But if you need more help on actually creating a pitch for your business or your product or your startup idea or whatever, go over to my blog and sign up for the newsletter. You can find other resources on how to create your pitch, but also you'll get exclusive invitations to new free masterclasses or interactive workshops that I'm going to be organizing once a month over the next few months. So I'll put the link down below. Go over there, sign up, and then come and learn with us. Today, I'm going to give you some different strategies on how to use TV series for improving your English and specifically your business English. Now, as a neurolanguage coach, the first tip that I can give you is before you start watching a series or a clip, try to see if you can find a way to understand the main idea of the story or what's going to happen, because that will help you more easily follow what the characters are saying. So, what is the story behind the series Inventing Anna? Well, it's based on a true story, unbelievable true story. But there was this woman named Anna, and she somehow managed to convince all of New York fancy rich society that she was a German heiress, that she had tons of money, and that she was just a very wealthy, successful business person, when in fact, not at all. But she managed to scam them out of a lot of money and investments and things like that. And they gave her a lot of money. And like I said, it's an unbelievable story, but it's true. Yeah, I know. You've got to watch the series to see what happens. And in this specific clip today, we're watching Anna and her boyfriend Chase. They are on a yacht in Ibiza, because that's, I guess what rich people do. I don't know. And Chase wants to pitch his business idea to an investor named Henrik, or Hen for short. So Chase hopes that Henrik will invest in a startup idea, which is an app that gathers data from people's dreams. So now that you know what's going to happen in this clip, you're ready to try and to understand what is going on, trying to understand some of the English. And when you're doing things like this, give yourself a simple goal at first, one that is realistic and attainable. Just try to understand maybe the main idea or catch a few key words. Now, here's what I will give you as your first little simple goal. Watch this clip and see if you think, is Chase, the boyfriend, is he successful in his pitch or not?
Data is the new time.
Yes, but it's dream data, subjective, and honestly, it sounds about as valuable as, dreams, which, what's a bigger waste of time than sitting and listening to someone tell you their dreams?
Totally. The worst.
God, Chase is working him so hard on this app of his. He's so shameless.
Fantasies.
How do you think Chase is doing? Not so good, right? Yeah, we agree that it was not so good. So how did you know that? Well, maybe you caught that Hen said this: what's a bigger waste of time than sitting around listening to someone tell you about their dreams? So he's he's not convinced. And then the other guys also, they support Hyun's idea. They say things like, totally the worst. Or in other words, like, it means I hate when that happens. And then also there was a woman that Anna is talking to who sees the scene happening over on the yacht, I guess. And she says, God, Chase is working him so hard on this app of his. He's so shameless. And to work someone hard in this context means like really insisting, trying to force someone to believe something or to convince them. And it's not subtle or conversational or nice or effective. And saying that someone is shameless is basically saying like he should really be embarrassed. Like he is shameless. He has no shame in what he is doing. Probably not a good, let's say, feedback or appreciation of the way that Chase is pitching. Now, here's another tip for when you're trying to improve your English with movies or TV series. Listen for details and maybe expressions that you can use. You know, spend a little extra time maybe focusing on one short clip and really understanding it deeply and maybe getting a few useful expressions for you rather than trying to understand the entire 45-minute episode just by sitting down and watching that, because that's really hard. So let's watch the next few minutes of this clip and see if you can find two expressions. Listen for two expressions that mean these things. I just have one more thing to say and then I'll stop. And the second expression will mean it's time to stop talking about work now. Okay? See if you can find or understand the expressions that mean those things.
He's just really passionate about it.
Sure, and that's great and all, but we're on vacation.
He needs to chill.
Pen, come on, let's dance.
Just to close the thought.
Chase, enough with the shop talk.
Did you find those expressions? Because they could be useful in your next business conversation or a future business conversation, perhaps. For example, if you want to say to someone, I just have one more thing to say and then I'll stop talking about this topic, you can use an expression that Chase used, which is just to close the thought. Just to close the thought. And if you want the conversation to move away from business and maybe to something more informal or casual, you can say enough with the shop talk. Enough with the shop talk. Which means, okay, let's stop talking about business now. And for example, if you're talking with a business contact and you see that, you're talking about business and you see that maybe the conversation is starting to slow down or to die, you can, get the conversation going again with a fresh topic by saying, but enough with the shop talk. So tell me about your last vacation or something like that, to just say, let's stop talking about business and let's talk about, something more personal or non-business related. And that's a great way to actually show that you're interested in this person, not just as a business partner or a potential client, but as a human being. And we all love that. So the fourth tip that I can give you is to watch and observe communication and business strategies in a clip. And that means watching to see something specific. For example, here, watch and see if you can see what is different about Anna's pitch compared to Chase's pitch. And I'll give you a little more help and guidance to help you find the answer to that question. Think about, what is Anna's strategy? Like, does she talk a lot about Chase's business and how great the business is? Or does she ask some unusual and maybe interesting or surprising questions?
Hen, hold on. Quick question. How old are you? Late 50s?
About that, yeah. Why?
I'm just curious what the age is when you draw the line.
And I think that we can all agree that Anna's strategy is ask great questions, because that's what will get the attention of the person listening to you. You want to see more of her strategy? All right, listen to this and see what her strategy is. Does she want to sound like an expert, like she is better than Hen, or that she knows more than Hen? Or does she want to show that, she's like Hen too, that she's, maybe hesitant, a little unsure, she's asking questions? What's the strategy? Position yourself as the expert or show your vulnerability? Let's see.
I wonder, is it that the closer you are to death, the more sure you need to be about life, about the stuff you know or you think you know? Because it can be scary to get old.
This convo is really bumming me out.
Yeah, let's all just...
What not? Because I can relate. I'm scared about what to do with my life, so I avoid the question. Try to outrun it. But it haunts me. Does death haunt you?
Anna, stop. You are a
It's
guest.
fine.
My guest.
I can handle it.
Of course you can. And he wants to answer. Look at him.
I think about death more these days, sure. So what?
Do you ever dream about it? Do you think other people your age dream about death? The fear.
Yeah, they do.
So you can see that Anna, she's like, and I don't know if she's really doing this or just acting for the pitch, but she's like, I have these questions and I think about these things and I'm afraid and I'm worried. And she keeps asking really interesting questions and opening more of her personal self to the person listening. Now, keep in mind that this is a TV series. It is not real life. You do not have to be as bold as Anna is, and you can still do a really good pitch. In either case, I think it's safe to say that Anna has gotten Hen's attention here. So now, when she tells him what is so great about this app, he is listening to her.
If I'm Big Pharma, wouldn't it be valuable to know this? So I can sell you Xanax or whatever?
You're good. She's good. You say you're looking for a job?
Me? No. I made the pledge not to work for others.
Huh.
You can make a pledge too.
How's 100K?
Very generous. Thank you.
And, like you see, Anna's pitch is much more effective than Chase's pitch, where he's trying to just convince someone how great his app is. Of course, he's not going to say something different, but Anna has put herself in the position of the person listening, and, that's a great strategy. And even though we don't have to pitch in that same very bold way that Anna does, there's still a lot that we can learn from her strategy. The first thing is get the listener's attention, ask interesting questions, and then let them talk. Let your listener know that, you have the same fears and hesitations and concerns that they do. Sympathize with them. Show your vulnerability and be human. And once you have your listener's attention, then is the moment to say how great your product or your service is, but simply and quickly to make them want to know more. Now, if you want to, let's say, go back and watch the entire episode, this entire episode of Inventing Anna, go over to the blog, and I've got the link to the episode number so that you can find it in Netflix and also a quiz to help you test yourself on your listening skills. And as I always say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So here's how you can practice your English today. In the comments down below, tell me, is there a movie in English or a TV series that you really enjoy and that you like to watch to improve your English or just to have fun watching something in English? Put it in the comments and share it with us. Share it with me because I'm always looking for good series and movies to watch. And I hate scrolling through Netflix and trying to find something that I don't know if it's good. So if nothing else, send me your ideas so I can have something fun to watch on Netflix. And if this lesson was useful for you, I would love to know. And there are 3 ways that you can tell me. Give this lesson a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe to my channel so that I can make more business English lessons for you. And go and sign up for my newsletter list so that you can get the invitations to our free monthly interactive workshops that are coming soon. It's something new that we're trying, and I'd love to try it with you. And of course, you can watch this movie. It's not a movie. It's a YouTube episode about a movie, an understanding and inspiring film for entrepreneurs in English. Thank you for getting to the end if you arrived here, and I will see you next time. Bye.